First of all, they have to get informed, and they have to stop getting all their perceptions from the mainstream media. When you step back from mainstream sources and you look at alternative sources where narratives are being questioned instead of parroted and repeated, then you can start to see how the dots connect. What is happening that is the point of revelatory understanding? It's why it's happening. See, what's missing is context. You know, the mainstream media will tell you that something's happening. They won't tell you accurately, unbiasedly, why it's happening. I have this phrase, know the outcome and you'll see the journey. If you don't know where the world's being taken and who by, and the techniques of manipulation that take us there, then the world is a random place. You look at a newspaper and you look at the news or whatever, and lots of random things are happening. From that perspective of perceptual randomness, to make sense of the world, not going to do it. When you know where the world's being taken, you know basically who's taking us there, why, and the techniques of manipulation to take us there, suddenly randomness disappears, because what is random to most people becomes a very clear sequence of events that is taking us in a very obvious direction towards the outcome. One of the expressions, and very relevant to today, of this mind control, what they call trauma-based mind control, is that when someone's traumatized, in a state of anxiety, in a state of fear, they become massively suggestible. This is why they use trauma as part of the mind programming. So what they're doing to humanity as a whole is producing reasons to fear, reasons for trauma, reasons for anxiety. And when they've manipulated people into those states, they then put the mind control suggestions in there of that change perception.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Brave New World. So today we're going to go over my first challenge, and it's going to be in the in the mental fitness category. So this is going to go over some of that. But first, I wanted to address some of the things that are going on in the world today, and some of the things that I've been seeing by kind of sitting back and observing. We need to stop acquiescing to this COVID shit, man. It's a hoax, okay? It's being used as a distraction. It's not real. It's not a pandemic. Sure, there might be a illness going on right now, but it's not a stay at home under house arrest, get ticketed for not wearing a mask out in public, get ridiculed by your neighbors, being snitched on by your neighbors, all this bullshit just to conform to some make-believe boogeyman, aka the COVID virus. And then the second thing I wanted to address is the Black Lives Matter thing, man. If you, and this is for both sides, left and right, Black Lives Matter supporters, not Black Lives Matter supporters, black, white, Mexican, whatever you are, it doesn't matter. If you are giving in to the racial tension that is being created by this, then you are serving the same masters that you claim to be against. Antifa, I'm talking to you. What other group of people thinks about racism 24 hours out of the fucking day? You have become the very fascists that you claim to be opposing. And a lot of you also claim to be anti-establishment. Who's funding Black Lives Matters? Where's all this money coming from for your organization? It's coming from global elites that are pushing an agenda upon you and creating a distraction. The things that we should be paying attention to right now are the Neuralink that Elon Musk is working on, artificial intelligence, censorship, and money. Okay, we are being ushered into an artificially controlled, cashless society. we are being dehumanized by not being able to show our faces, not being able to make connections with people, not being able to have a normal life. Which is a lot of the reason why I am doing this project in the first place, is to really encourage everybody to take certain steps so that way you are immune to all this shit. And you know, if you're out there and you're giving in to this cult, this cult of elites, you're just their puppets, man. Wake up, people. The world is not ever gonna be a utopia. We're not ever gonna have anything like that. If anything, we're going into a dystopia. And the idea that I have behind getting out and building a homestead, getting tight with my family, and creating tribe bonds with people, the reason why I'm doing this is so that I don't have to have any part with that. Sure, maybe, you know, 10 years down the road, they come and try to Ruby Ridge me. But at least I stood for something. At least I stood up for what I believed was right, and I did what was right by my family and my tribe. And if I have to die that way, then that's how it is. So, moving on from this, wake the fuck up. It's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. They're trying to pull the rug out from under you, and you're losing. You're losing by giving into this, and you're losing by getting emotional about it, and you're losing by getting involved, okay? They want everybody to be at each other's throats so they can do what the fuck they're trying to do. They want everybody at each other's throats and separated and divided so they can continue to rule over us. I choose to have no master. I choose freedom. I choose to live a life that brings honor to my heritage. And I choose to bring that freedom and that strength to the people around me too. So, challenge number 1. All right, now on to some positive shit. I'm really not trying to be, I'm not trying to be negative on any of this stuff. I'm not trying to doom and gloom you and make you fucking scared. The fear is part of the weapon they're using against you. We need to not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Okay, that's the last thing I want anybody out here to do, is to be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. Be strong. Be confident, okay? So, first challenge, all right? This is called the Know Thyself Challenge, all right? And this was brought about by a rabbit hole that a good friend of mine brought into a group chat that I am involved with. And so, the first thing, and stay with me here, okay? Some of this is gonna sound really fucking hippy-dippy, okay? Whatever, there's a lot of truth that can be found in this stuff. So first thing I want you to do, I want you to get a natal chart, okay? This is your astrology chart, all right? Your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. And I want you to read through all of this, and I want you to learn something from it about yourself, okay? If it's talking about, oh, well, your love life could be this and this and that, that's, you got the wrong one. And I'll post some links to some solid natal chart stuff. You need to know your birthplace, your birth date, and your birth time in order to actually have a legit astrology chart. Second, all right, I want you to research deities and archetypes that are associated with these signs. Okay, so example for me, my sun is Cancer, my moon is Cancer, and my rising is Sagittarius. Okay, and two of the main deities that go along with being a water sign and a moon sign is Demeter and Hecate. All right, so I want you to look these up. I want you to find out about these archetypes that are in relation to what your zodiac signs are, and I want you to learn about them. Okay, I read multiple books on Hecate. I read multiple books on Greek mythology and about Demeter and about the different gods and all this stuff, so that way I could learn about these archetypes. Because I know a lot of guys in my community were mostly like Germanic pagan and whatnot. Like I know plenty about Odin. You know, I know plenty about the Norse gods. Okay, I want you to step out of your comfort zone and learn about some other things. Okay, you know, if your sun's sign is a fire sign or something like that, then you might be associated with Ra from Egypt, or you know, some of these other gods. I want you to learn about them. Okay. 3, I want you to research historical figures that have the same sign as you. Okay, these historical figures can be archetypes as well. 4th, I want you to go and I want you to take a Myers-Briggs personality test. Find out what your personality is. Example, mine, I'm an INFJ, which I'm an intuitive introvert. Okay, and I had no idea about any of this shit. I knew what my type was, but I didn't know how accurate and how freaky the revelations that I came to about myself and how the man I am works, right? So somebody that I admire talks about in one of his videos about he only has the man that he is to work with, right? We can always become better versions of ourselves, but we are still ourselves. And this exercise is to help you find out who you are on an archetype level. Okay. So, Myers-Briggs personality test. Then, I want you to learn about historical figures that are of the same personality type. So, for my personality type, I have 2 pretty crazy, you know, historical figures. So Adolf Hitler is an INFJ, Osama bin Laden is an INFJ. Okay, not great, not good. Alexander the Great, INFJ. Okay, Watma, whatever, not Buddha, Guatma Gandhi or whatever, Gandhi. Okay, Gandhi, INFJ. All right. I also found out that I am of 3% of the population have the same personality type as me, which is, it kind of explained why as a young man I felt very alienated and like I had a really hard time connecting with people. Then I want you to meditate on these ideas for a week, and after this week I want you to write an essay about what you've learned about yourself. And this is all going to be relevant towards the spiritual challenge that I have coming up in 2 weeks for you guys. Okay, I want to help you guys dive into an esoteric study, but I think the main thing that you need to do before doing that is to know more about yourself and what makes you tick and how you learn and how you interact with the world and what kind of ideals and ideologies associate with you, right? So before we get into this esoteric study, I want you guys to do this. And you can join me or you can't, you know, whatever, think about it. I don't really care, it's no skin off my back. I'm just trying to give you guys some activities and some tools to better yourselves, okay? So, that being said, I really hope everybody is having a good and powerful week, and I hope that you guys are fucking killing it, man. And I hope that you guys are keeping your eyes on positive things, not giving in to all this crap that's going on around us. The world's messed up, man, and I think the best way for us to rebel against that is to make our own way and to make waves and to be fucking loud about it. You know, if people want to tag along and follow because they think that what you're doing, you know, works for them, then so be it. Cool. People want to ridicule you, so be it. Cool. You know, any kind of adversity that comes my way, I look at it as a stepping stone and a learning experience. So I hope you guys are doing the same. Announcement about Patreon. So I'm getting a couple of custom old school skateboards done with some photos of Rose from her last photo shoot, and it's kind of like a 10-year anniversary thing from when she did her work with Creature. So for the first 30 Patreons are going to be entered into a raffle to win one of these skateboards. They're going to be super sick, man. I got the designs all done. I'm about to order them. So go check out the Patreon site, and if you want to support this channel and to support this project that I'm doing, we got t-shirts live at Teespring. So I'll have links to all this stuff down at the bottom of the video. And if you like this video or you're interested in moving along with what I'm doing here, then make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button and click the notifications, because I'm going to be having at least 1 or 2 videos coming out every week. So hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.